Welcome back to more Persona 2 Tunnel Punishment. So, last time we explored all of 2C. We need to help a person regain their memories by collecting some key items. I believe we do have them all. Those are the Inlikush, the Black Glider, and the Knife. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, and we also got Nanjo's Alter Persona Yamaoka. Or, I didn't mention this last part, but he's called Alfred in the PS1 version because that's what Yamaoka was called in the PS1 version of Persona 1, aka Revelations Persona, and yeah, it's a Batman reference because there's another Batman reference in that game. But anyway, let's go back in and let's talk to him now that we've given him all the items. Now we can give him all the items. If there was some kind of chance that I might regain my memory, not having one's memory is a sad thing. So let's go into Inlikush. That is Inlikush. That's right, that's mine. It's just a little, but I'm starting to remember. I remember bits and pieces. I came here to do something, but as far as what that something was, look at the Black Glider. That's Black Glider. I know that. That's mine. I'm remembering. But who am I? I still can't remember that. Who am I? Just a little more. Just a little more, and I'll remember. Then, let's give him the knife. The knife is. That is mine. It's coming back to me. Go! And yep, it was Tatsusudo. Yep. Yeah, it's obvious that's him. I remember everything. Who am I and what I'm supposed to do? I can hear them. The voices. Voices tell me to do this. Tell me to burn this sword to ashes. All will become ashes. And now the school's on fire. So yeah, that's why again, I don't think we would be able to save. So yeah, so what we need to do is we need to figure out a way out. So let's go to 2P. We're in the factory now. I definitely should put it like this. So this area, yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. We need to use these conveyor belts here to find a way to the control panel. So the thing is that you can use this area to grind a little bit because you see that there's a none. And yeah, if you have the police gloves, it means that you have a chance to it means you have a chance to get the items from them. So yeah. So if you want to do another playthrough after this, then yeah, farming this area for the random cards is really nice. We're not going to worry about too much, because these enemies are quite strong, obviously. They can't like mini bosses. They can use armor gun. So there we go. Now, you can use up your some of your 40 minutes here, so yeah. If you so wish. The other area we're going to be going to is also not a bad place to grind either, so yeah. It's up to you. Anyway, so yeah, over here we need to go up here. And we need to hit that control panel. So yeah, again, it's interesting. But yeah, so there, yeah, that is another didn't actually drop anything, and yeah, I went the wrong way. So yeah, it looks like. Also, yeah, sometimes they can. Sometimes yeah, they can fight together. So yeah. Well, I was trying to say that. So yeah, we're gonna go for another armor gun. These guys, yeah, they're just as strong as they were before. So yeah. We're going to take multiple turns to kill them, so yeah, we're going to use armor gun here. So interesting. There's some other like cool rare random cards, or other interesting cards they should be saying, so yeah. And that'd be interesting to cover those. But anyway, one thing I did want to think about now was, time limits like this. I feel like in RPGs, especially like some of the ones I'm familiar with, it feels like, yeah, these kind of get like kind of a bad rap. I think of course the main thing that comes to mind is Akumura's palace in Akuma's Palace and Persona 5 Royal because, yeah, people do not like that place, or that boss, I should be saying. Now we got 3 Nashas. Okay, we could kill them with Zio, but again, it's fine. You don't need to do that, so yeah. I mean, you can if you want to, but again, I have Armageddon, so I'm going to use it. That's the idea. Again, people really don't like the Akuma boss in that game, even though it's like, it's one of the funniest things to me. Because it's like, yeah, people really hate that fight, even though it's like one of the few fights that tests you the most in the main game of Persona 5 Royal, because yeah, some of the super bosses do kind of test you in that game, so yeah. I mean, I'm not really dropping them, so I guess it's kind of a rare drop then, so that's good to know. And again, you're on time limit, so keep that in mind. But you need to hit that search because the other side we can't progress unless we do, so yeah. And that leads us out here. And again, because oh, this is interesting. We have 2 enemies, 2 different kinds of enemies, should we say. So I got the Rangas and Izanami, but again, we could use them again. Again, people really don't like the Akuma boss fight. I wonder if the timer has something to do with it. I feel like yes, because again, you're under a lot of pressure on that fight, because you have so many enemies to deal with. But the game really tests your knowledge of the combat, like making use of, you know, compass, base techniques too. It's interesting, I really like it. It's not a fight I struggled with, to be honest, so I actually kind of enjoy it, to be honest, because of how challenging it is. Now again, though, we are talking a game that's not that difficult, so yeah. And yeah, actually, I don't think I want to go this way. I think, I just get stuck, I think. That's okay, again, we got plenty of time. Actually, no, this was the right way. So yeah, now we can leave, but again, if you really want to, like I said, this is your only chance to come here, by the way, so yeah. If you want to get the rare item drops. Press the mid this slash up and new Puffy, good luck. So now what we need to do is we need to go to 1C. And I'm doing a bad job of that, but yeah, 40 minutes though, it's a long time, but yeah. It should be enough to do everything you need, because these rooms aren't very big. Now we're in Mount Kasumori-like area, the forest. So this place is kind of interesting because we need to kind of solve it to progress, basically. So anyway, let's go. Again, we got plenty of time, so we got plenty of time, so I'll show what the gimmick is. But anyway, we find the mask enemies, and they are level 73. It feels like forever since I heard them say something like that, so yeah. So yeah, these guys could also be pretty good to grind off because yeah, they can drop incenses, and yeah, you can honestly use them to power up Ellie and Nancho or your other characters, if you're not like me, so yeah. But again, we'll just use Armageddon and get rid of them. Because yeah, the thing about Armageddon is that yeah, I don't need to think, I just use it, so yeah. So that definitely helps. Oh yeah, what we got here? The truth of the dream, written in Japanese, is that. That's katakana, by the way. So we need to find out what that translates into, basically. So yeah, I think it's like in the Japanese version. I think it's slightly different, obviously. I think there's less symbols you need to look out for. So yeah, so we got more mask circle enemies. This one's level 78, so yeah. They're quite high level, to be honest, so yeah. Again, Armageddon, and yeah, once again, I don't need to think, we can just use it. So anyway. So again, yeah. Akuma is definitely one interesting way of using a time limit. There's also, Trails from Azure. There's basically an optional fight that had a time limit. And they're going good. You need to beat them to get the max, I forgot what's called in that game. I don't think it's PvP, but let's read this first before I talk. So this is it says Rosa Candida in gold, but you see that some of the symbols are katakana, so we need to decipher that basically. I believe, I can't remember how it works exactly, but I think it's that I think it might have something to do with what's written on it. Oh, which one it is, I mean. And we got more red mask. There was a black mask we fought like a little bit ago. I have no idea what his deal is, to be honest. Because I don't think we saw a black mask enemy in Indocent, unless it's like a rare random encounter somewhere that I never saw, so yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that fight, yeah, it gives you extremely strict time limit, and yeah, the fight is also extremely difficult too. Like, yeah, you need to... Like, the enemy's S-Scrub basically one-shots you, and magic is the only way to deal damage, so yeah, I really need to change my strategy for that fight. Anyway, over here, Luna Palace and Garden Sushi. Again, I'm actually not so sure how to solve the puzzle, actually. So yeah, again, I'm trying to see how you solve this. I can't rack my head around it, unfortunately. So yeah, but again, I think what you need to do is you need to look at the symbols, and then yeah, you need to like decipher what the first Jizo said. So yeah, I think that's what you need to do. Of course, the reason why I'm not worrying too much about not knowing is that yeah, I know what the password is already, so no problem there. So I'll just keep going again. This area is not very long, so we're going to do another section of this. Next section is a little bit lengthy, but it's okay. I also might need to read ahead a little bit of it. I have a general idea of what it's about, so yeah, that's no problem. That's not too much what I probably should be saying, but anyway, let's go farm again. You can go back to maybe using Nuka on this. I got some ideas of what we could do with that. But anyway, so I'll do that. And still no Iron Dross, but it's okay. Yeah, so you are getting a decent amount of XP for those two, so that's nice. So yeah, again, that fight maybe not like the time limits at all. So yeah, so that's Blood Paracha, and that's actually not really sure what that one is. Right, Ebony. Alright, so yeah. So now, and our last Jizo is over here, I believe. So that would be Kaori and Kamiya Ali. So there we go. So now we need to use that to determine, what the truth of the dream was. But anyway, over here we have a blue mask. So yeah, once again we'll take him out like the rest. With the nice Armageddon, so let's go for that. So yeah, there's definitely some other interesting times, like Live Alive had a chapter that revolves around a time limit. It's really interesting, I really like it. So yeah, again, you do see times used quite a bit in JRPGs, especially, and yeah, quite a lot of them in do or die situations. I feel like it's kind of a lost art at the same time as well. You don't really see something like this happen a lot in modern RPGs. There's also like Final Fantasy V as well, where you basically have to escape at the same time. If you stuck around, you could get a lot of items. Kind of like something you can do here, so yeah. Anyway, let's go for Armageddon again. But yeah, let's do that here. We have plenty of time. Again, I don't think we will even get to 20 minutes. So yeah, again, if you really want to, grind off these enemies, you definitely can if you want, so yeah. So yeah, again, we don't need to though. I'm pretty content with how our characters are doing, obviously. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Again, we can honestly, if I really want to, yeah, I can. Again, we have the instances just that again, like I was kind of saying before, yeah. It's just that yeah, the Adrian SP on Antonelli isn't gonna be the best, so yeah. Anyway. So yeah, now we're gonna fight you again. Again, that was also the Black Mask. I assume that yeah, he can also appear here. Yes, again, if they're gonna drop, I mean, I don't know if he will actually, but yeah, I don't know what instances they can drop to be honest, but yeah, because we haven't seen them get dropped, that's okay. I think I do have the least because I'm just getting a little lucky, that's all. Yeah, again, like I said, yeah, with the torrents, again, it kind of feels like kind of a lost start. Like, yeah, again, I think it's just that, missable stuff in games. It's kind of annoying, when you miss out on something. And yeah, I'll remind this. So yeah, we need to translate that, basically. That's what we need to do. So yeah. If we're able to do that with the clues, then yeah, we can progress, basically. That's what it wants you to do, but again, like I said, I'm not 100% sure on how to do it. I guess that's why the time limits long, so then you have a lot of time to think about it. So yeah. I guess that's another way of looking at it. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, again, like I was saying, yeah, again, it's kind of a lost start. Oh yeah, we got a luck instance, cool. So yeah, I can give that to, I guess, Nacho. Because again, no one else needs instances, so yeah. So there we go. So again, yeah, if I wanted to power out these characters, yeah, I could definitely do that. But anyway, I can come back in that, but yeah, if I wanted to, but yeah, I don't think I can go into, because yeah, there was no vortex of light in that area. That area is just there to, help us solve the puzzles, so yeah. And yeah, what do we need to do with that puzzle? What we need to do is we need to go to the mysterious door here. Expose the truth of the dream. So there you go. So yeah, what's the password? So that truth of the dream is P H I L E M O N. Philemon. Marvelous. Now please enter. And we're back in the Velvet Room. Do you understand? This diver is another world that you know, yet it cannot exist. It is a full sword of reality and fantasy mesh, but you should know a world that is very similar to this. It is the world which you experience within your sleep. Yes, it is a dream. The world created by Master Philemon can be called the relic of the collective unconsciousness. It resembles a dream. What this means, I shall leave for you to decide. However, just as a dream has an end, this world also has a conclusion. This is the center of the labyrinth. You have halfway to go. Good luck. Yes, one final warning. Once you leave this room, you will not be able to use it for a while. Leave with care. I'm fine with that, to be honest, because again, this body has been working very well. So yeah, let's keep going. But again, we can't use it for a while because again, that's blocked off. So yeah. So now we're on the 3rd floor. So what have we got here? So yeah, we can't use the bar until we clear 3C, is what that means. So let's have a little look of what we can find. So here's the trash fan, which yeah, I wouldn't mind using again. Again, we got this amount of money from those fights, so yeah, I can just keep my SP topped up. So there you go. Also, this is a dream as well, so we're not technically giving her money. Maybe, I don't know. So we can't go into 3B, that's blocked. Can't go there either. I don't know if we can check it now. Here's 3C, that's where we're gonna go next, I believe. 3D is technically not. I mean, it's grayed out, so I don't think we can actually go in there. Yep, it's locked, so we can't go into 3D yet. Alright, that's it. So yeah. Is that more to this place? Oh, there you go. It's locked, ho. So yeah. It's actually a Jack Frost. He's blocking that basically, so we need to do something about that later. But anyway, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to 3C. So let's save the game. We want the slot. And yeah, I think we'll make our way through 3C. It's decently lengthy, so let's find out. So now we're in the castle. So that's interesting. So yeah, what we need to do here Okay, so yeah, what we need to do here is that we had 2 items here. 5 bombs of life, that's pretty generous, and the Soma. And now we have these gates. So I believe we need to interact with this. Yeah, we do. So yeah, let's go ahead and access. Because this guy appears though, Media Masa. Do you want to pass the extra dungeon? Hell yeah. Do you want to meet Master Philemon? Hell yeah. Oh yeah, what a voice. You're all fired up. Oh, I'm all fired up too. Yow, fire. Now this dungeon's large and harder than the dungeons of the story, but you got all the way here, way too strong. But it's even harder ahead. That's because to pass this dungeon you need more than muscle power. You need brain power or a game code. So let's give it a try. Media Master's Persona Quiz. If you don't get it right, you'll be stuck here forever. Question 1. How many times did Tatsuya Sudo say voices during the story? Odds for the number. Yeah, it's this kind of quiz with the really absurd answers. So yeah. Also, probably on this full, there's a memory. It says. I assume that can help you figure out the answer. But again, I actually no because I mean, actually no. I'll humor the game a little bit. Let's say he said it once definitely. It can't be that low. There should be a lot smaller than that. Try to remember. So yeah. So like I said, there's a memory on this sword that can help us. There's a Cerberus. If I can make a pact, no, I can't make a pact with him because I need cuts here. Actually, no, I'll look it up because that's a good enemy to have pact with, obviously, because you can get all instances and then I can use them on, obviously. Nantra and Ellie later, so yeah. Again, let me see what makes Mr. Cerberus happy with this body, because I know again you can use the drinking one. That works. So yeah, I'll see what makes him happy. Alright, so horoscope reading special works. So does that mean I could do Ulala Ellie then? That's a regular horoscope reading. He gets angry from that. Alright, so what would make it special? Probably not that. Is there another thing I could do that's easier to figure out on my own? Apparently Persuade also works. Justice is only, which I think I need Katsuya for. Alcohol 1, you need Katsuya for that. Alright, so yeah, it's basically Persuade and this one. I mean, I could look on my contact guide to see what horoscope reading special is. Because yeah, as the horoscope reading doesn't work, so we need some help here. So say Ellie. You need Balfu. Alright, so yeah, that works for us. Apparently, yeah, Balfu makes it special, so yeah, there you go. So yeah, now he's happy. And yeah, let's make a pact with him. Because again, he can give me all instances, which is very nice. So like I said, yeah, let's go find that memory. I think with the rest, I'll probably just do it normally. I don't even actually get there. I think I need to walk around this the thing. So yeah, we skipped that last battle, so yeah, we probably want to fight this one. So I'm gonna do, again, we don't need to use Armageddon here. I'm gonna go back to using this, so I'm gonna use it like this. And yeah, what the rest can do is they can use like physical attacks, because again, these are the enemies you normally fight at the end of the game, so yeah. That means that having physical skills to deal with the ones that resist magic, that's going to be very nice, so yeah. So let's doing this now. So yeah. Yeah, we need to go down around. That's how we get to the memories, so yeah. So there we go. And again, there's no like other items in this place either, so yeah. No need to worry there. And again, these enemies are pretty high leveled, so yeah, good experience for natural elites, that's nice. And yeah, you might be able to stay here for a while too to help them out as well, so yeah. Anyway, 2 Sagis, so I need to use physical attacks here. Hopefully, mirrored arrows and photon cannons enough. Otherwise, so yeah, we're gonna be hitting ourselves. Of course, I could just use Armageddon, but this is basically doing the same thing as that because I can't get a mutation off that Sclaymore. There you go. And mirrored arrows is gonna finish. So there we go. They're roughly the same pattern. Yeah, if it really comes down to it, then yeah, I could have Ninja help out as well. Maybe a bomb fight too. Yeah, having the police cars around for this place is quite nice because, yeah, again, a lot of these enemies just give really nice swings, so it's quite nice. There's a pirate shark there. That's a bit random, but hey, we'll take it. So here, actually, I want to use the physical attacks first, actually, because I want to use the physical attacks first, mainly because of that. I mean, this could just kill all of them. I'm pretty okay with that, though. Because yeah, I need to do something about that. I need to do something about the Ouroboros. So there you go. I think they do need to make a pact with one of the Jacks later. I guess we'll find out about that. Like, I mean, I don't need to do it now, so yeah. So we'll just kill the physical attacks and there you go. So maybe we only need the 1 photon cannon. That's good to know. And we don't need to use both physical attacks, so yeah. Again, that's fine. So again, this is definitely going to be a very interesting area, so yeah. So I got here. Oh, Alice. She blessed us with her appearance. I do think I need cuts here to make her happy, so yeah. Can I make her eager? I wonder just on my own. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I can. Fortune telling, so yeah. So you parrots. So she ain't like that, but yeah, we'll just make her eager. I can't make her. I mean, it says persuasive. There's probably a way to make her happy, but it's fine. I don't need to. So there you go. 100 lowest cards, thanks to Alice. So yeah, we'll definitely be seeing Alice some more because she's gonna have the freeze a very nice one. So there we go. Yeah. It tells you how many there are, so well, luckily that the guide will tell me how much there is, so it's fine. So I think, yeah, what I'm going to try and do is I'm just going to use Photon Cannon as my only physical attack, and yeah, let's go for it. And then hopefully the Nuka Jihad will take him out, so yeah. That will be the plan. So yeah, again, like I said, yeah, I mean the guide around is definitely very nice because, yeah, it's definitely making things go very smoothly. Again, if I didn't have it, I feel like it would feel much the same way as some of those other post-game dodges I mentioned before, so yeah. And Nuka Jihad still does a lot of damage. The Ouroboros resists that by 4, so yeah. You definitely don't want to use Ice, Nuke, and Zio against Ouroboros, so yeah. Anyway. We'll just kill these guys with physical attacks again. And yeah, it's kind of good that, I mean, we already had the order for that, so that's good. They are kind of outspeeding us, the Sagis, so yeah. This is also a nice place to get more cards too if you want to fuse, but of course you can't do that just yet. Because yeah, we can't go back to the lava rooms, so yeah. Until we beat this area actually, then we can, so yeah. And we get another form of life, so we're getting a lot of them actually. And Nedra gets another level up, so that's good. Again, we can, you know, burn all the all incenses on him, and then, yeah, we'll be in the money, so yeah. So I'm gonna look at my map again, so yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's definitely funny because, again, he does say voices a lot. That's a thing, sure, so yeah. I mean, tell us, he gives us awakens, but we don't need those now, so yeah, I'm just gonna use Nuclear Jihad again. Again, that's how I got all those awakens earlier on, so yeah. So if I angle the late game enemies in this area, which I guess makes sense, right? It does show that we're making a lot of progress with this place. So there we go. And easy to magic, so he goes down. And yeah, if you really want to heal, there's always the Trish Fund as well. So yeah, again, this shouldn't be too bad. Again, I'm wondering if I am overpowered for this. Again, like I said, if you are taking this on, you can obviously get if you are taking this on, then yeah, you can obviously get high leveled, get Armageddon, especially because you're probably gonna be on UK Plus, which means you can't use Saint and Lucifer in the same playthrough. And of course, yeah, that's gonna help you use. I think I only need you to chat, but let me see. Can I analyze you? Again, I don't think any of these resist nukes, so yeah, I think it's still not bad. But if not, yeah, we have the physical attacks, so no problem. So we're playing this more normally now, which I guess makes sense. But I mean, yeah, these enemies are slightly stronger. They are slightly high leveled, so yeah, I assume they're obviously going to be. They're going to hit harder and take more damage, so yeah. None of them do resist nukes, so there you go. Not bad at all. And we do get mutation too, so that's nice. Once again on Yamaoka. So yeah, again, I'm wondering if I'm a bit of a bad, but again, like I said, yeah, you probably do want Armageddon to, speed through some of these cards, but again, if you do have Nuclear Jihad like I do, then yeah, you're probably already in a pretty decent place. I think, yeah, the main reason why I'm so powerful is because of the final boss, I will say. For the rest of the dungeon, yeah, you definitely don't need to be this overpowered, but hey, I guess again, if you need to, you can maybe grind in a future area or something like that, or maybe this area too is good for that. You do know that nuke works on the Pyrojack's the problem, so yeah. But yeah, I don't think it said we need to talk to Pyrojack. But let me double check. If I can. I actually do, so yeah. Anyway, Ula and Ellie will help with that, so I guess yeah, next time we see a Pyrojack, I'll make a plan for them. Let's pull something later, but yeah, I'll do it now. I don't know if we can get info out of him, but I might as well get the pack out of him. So yeah, we did this. So the answer to this is 31. So yeah, he says a lot. Oh, you're right. Yep, he said voices 31 times through the game. Twice in the Sanitarium, 8 times on the blimp, and this is hard. 21 times during the Affinity reading. For your information, he said several times in this extra dungeon, but I said in the story, so it doesn't count. But still, you got mad memory skills to that one. You're one crazy gamer. Well then, open the game. Yeah, it even counts affinity readings for that, so yeah. Because yeah, you can do affinity readings of bosses, and apparently he counts, so yeah. So this one, I feel like I might know the answer to this one naturally, so all we need to do here is take the warp to the next row. And now we have 2 gates. I think we need to solve both of them. That's my guess at least, so yeah. I'll read the guide again while this part goes on. So yeah, we got some more enemies that are the magics, so yeah, let's take them out with the physical attacks obviously. The dude on the left is who I'm mainly referring to that, so yeah, let me have a look here. So we need to actually do number 3 first, according to this. So yeah, let's go for Nuclear Jihad. There you go. Wasn't talking much there because yeah, I'm trying to see what we're gonna do here. So again, like I said, you can go after the memory plaques if you want to figure these out on your own. But yeah, like I said though, I think I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. So yeah, like I said, I think we need gate 3 here. So that's what I'm gonna take. Because I feel like I might know the answers. Question 2, say it was Maya's favorite food. Now yeah, this one actually not so sure what this is mentioned, but yeah, she did mention she has mentioned that yeah, she likes seafood. In this case, canned crab. I thought this would relate to innocent, but yeah. That was a bit easy. Yeah, canned crab. Maya loves them. But they barely talk about it in Eternal Punishment. You're pretty good. Over says to me, now proceed. Yeah, there's probably some dialogue she mentioned in Innocent. I mean, yeah, that had to make sense because, you know, she kind of doesn't talk in this game, so yeah. And we got this encounter. So yeah, again, that is something kind of interesting about this place. We could talk about a little bit. Yeah, this place definitely feels like, you know, a celebration of both games. But yeah, I didn't want to actually do that. I wanted to analyze you. He just nulls physical attacks, so no need to worry about reflect. So yeah, him reflecting attacks, so yeah, we can just do this. And then yeah, we can use the physical attacks to kill the Sachi, so yeah, no problem. And then we can use Myriad Arrows here. So let's look at the map, because yeah, I think that's why we need to go... I see, so yeah. Gate 2 actually doesn't lead anywhere, it only leads to another memory for what's coming up, so yeah. That's kind of interesting, but I think we'll look at the puzzle again for Gate 2, because I think that'll be interesting. So that's what I'm going to do first. So let's check out Gate 2. Question 3, remember the editor-in-chief at Kismet who hates Maya? What's the last name? Come on. Yeah, that one's pretty easy. If you played this game. It's Mizuno. Correct, how do you remember that? Yep, Mizuno, that mean old hacker who ruled on Iron Fist. Why does she hate Maya so much? Is she jealous of Maya's popularity? But I'm sad that she didn't become a choker. I don't know what the door you mean that proceed. So again, like I said, this area actually doesn't lead to anything, only just a memory, which I assume that memory helps you for an upcoming puzzle, so yeah. So again, we're just gonna proceed, I think. Again, there's no other items in this place. So yeah, now we just need to go north to Gate 4. Did you beat the rumored demons at Mukota? One of them was the cursed taxi. What was the other one? I remember that. It's Moosey. Correct. Mukota so Moosey. You know, Loch Ness so Nessie. Simple but helped, didn't it? Let me unlock the door and now proceed. So there we go. We take this one and we're actually out, I believe. Or almost out. We have one more gate. And yeah, there's a pirate truck there, but we already talked to another enemy, so yeah. It's the Ouroboros, alright. So I could piss off the Ouroboros by doing this. And then I can maybe make a pet the pirate truck. So make him mad. Make him happy again. I just made him happy, oh well. It's fine. You can obviously come back for the pack. So, question 5. There's flowers at Albert Park, right? How many of them are there? Answer in numbers. That's good to know, because yeah, you could obviously answer in not numbers. The answer to this is 7. Absolutely correct. Yep, 7 all. Blue, yellow, green, red, aqua blue. Blue, yellow, green, red, aqua blue, yellow, and orange and purple. The answer, which flowers compare with the purple flower? It's blue, right? Wait a minute, was it? Well, anyways, you answered my question, guys. Silent ball, you may not proceed. So there we go. And that's the vortex for light. You made this far. Excellent. I shall be waiting on the 4th floor. Come to me. Alright. But we can't go to the 4th floor yet, because young Cuts is he de-aged apparently, so yeah. So yeah, we need to help him out, and we're going to be doing that in the next part. So yeah, and we have the Love Room back too, so if I want to choose our party, then yeah, we can. We got these money once again. I'm actually profiting off these heals, so yeah. So we go. Good stuff. Alright, so yeah. And I'll show that, yeah, the buffer room is back. So yeah. So there we are. So now, yeah, next time we're going to be helping out Cuts, yeah. Because, yeah, that's actually relates to the Pyrotrax in the 3C, because 3C is still available, as you see there. So yeah. It's definitely a bit surreal that, yeah, we're seeing this, but anyway. But yeah, now we know what we need to do. We need to go find Philemon, and he's waiting for us on the 4th floor. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So yeah. How are we going to reach the 4th floor? Well, yeah, we're going to have to find out in the next couple of parts, I guess. So yeah, look forward to that. And I'll see you guys again.